It's all about adventure. It's about getting out of your comfort zone and going and doing something that is remote, extreme, and a lot of fun. We're at Wilderness North, an unbelievable, pristine wilderness lodge in Northern Ontario, Canada. We're hunting walleye, pike, and monster brook trout. The adventure starts next on the new Fly Fisher.
The new Fly Fisher has been made possible thanks to Ontario Sunset Country Tourism Association, GoFishingOntario.com, Orvis Sporting Traditions, Scientific Anglers, Umpqua Feather Merchants, Superfly, fly fishing made easy.
Welcome to Miminisca Lodge, part of the Wilderness North family. Located in Northern Ontario, Canada, Wilderness North is all about adventure. With 5 lodges and 16 outpost camps to choose from, coupled with fly-in only access to all lakes and rivers, Wilderness North is about big skies, big adventure, and giant fish. Miminisca Lodge is located on Miminisca Lake, which is part of the Albany River system. Its headwaters are in Lake St. Joseph, and the river flows east, emptying into James Bay. Target species in this watershed are walleye, northern pike, and the jewels of the north, wild Ontario brook trout. Owned and operated by the Cheeseman family, Krista and Alan understand the power of wilderness adventure. On this trip, we're joined by a unique group of people who return to Miminisca at the request of the Cheesemans every year. Project Healing Waters is a veteran organization with the sole purpose of healing injured veterans through fly fishing and fly tying.
This is our 8th year doing Project Healing Waters, and why? Why not? I mean, you truly have to be here to experience some of the magic that happens. It's life-changing to see what the impact of the wilderness has on these soldiers. They're either dealing with physical issues or PTSD or other things, and it takes only a matter of hours before you see how it truly impacts their lives.
And it's this trip that many vets look forward to every year. After a couple of hours, I break away from the group mid-afternoon and hit a stretch of moving water that joins a big bay with the main lake. This is one of the things that I love most about these backcountry camps. You know, our guides haven't even arrived yet. We came in on a plane to this wonderful lodge, Wilderness North, and I get to explore. I've got the whole lake to myself. I've got an egg-sucking leech on an intermediate sinking line and a 6-weight rod. It'll either be really sporty with northern pike or it'll be a lot of fun catching walleye. Fish. Nice. So this current is hauling out of Curry Bay into the main lake. And what I've had to do is get down faster, deeper, faster. The way I'm doing that is I switch from an intermediate sinking line to a full sinking line. And I actually have a leech on that has a cone head. So I'm getting down and dirty really fast. And the results speak for themselves. Oh. Now, this is what you come here for. It's not a giant, but you know what? He inhaled it. And I will take one of those all day long. Quick release. Fish. That's unbelievable. 2 casts, 2 walleye. It's so good. Oh, that's a good one too. Really good one. quick release. Touched him. Here, I want to show you the fly that I'm using. Whew. It's a combination fly. 2 hooks, cone head, egg-sucking leech trailer, and it is just putting a clinic on mid-afternoon eyes. So what I found is if you throw this full sinking line halfway across the cut, it doesn't get down quite deep enough. So you have to go all the way across to the other bank, let it sink on a tight line so that you can feel those fish take. And the deeper it gets, the faster it gets, the longer it's in the strike zone. And the more chance you have of hooking a fish. That was a bite. Fish. Change the retrieve up a bit and shazam, hit it. All right, bring this guy to hand. Now there are some big walleye in here and I do have a net, but for ease of catching, man, they're just great fish. Just marvelous. So here's the size. It's about 3 inches long from hook eye to tail. And the leeches that we're seeing swimming in the lake here are just a little bit bigger than that. I ended up fishing at the honey hole for about 2 hours and honestly averaged a walleye every 3 minutes. Coming up, we switch gears and are in search of water wolves, northern pike on fly. Fish. That's a little better. Right on the edge of the weeds. A little bigger than the last one, but not much. Long and thin, that one. Whoa, jumped in the boat. Come on, there we go. A walleye, are you kidding me? On a pike fly. These fish are incredible. We didn't have any trouble finding fish, however, the big ones eluded us. We made a move, and in the afternoon, saw some success. There we go. That one was explosive, came right on top for it. Oh, it's a good one too. Best fish of the trip. Very nice. He's not a giant, but he's a good one. Hit very aggressively, came right up on top and grabbed it. It's not done yet. Go. And the fly should just pop right out of the corner of his mouth, just like so. Good fish. Nice pike. Let's see if there's any bigger ones here. With new water, I'm gonna throw a new tactic at them too. A deer hair popper just might be the ticket. Yeah, top water pike. Can't beat it. Voracious. Nice fish. Violent, absolutely violent. So fun. And this is a perfect example as to why you need that bite tippet. That popper is completely in that pike's mouth. And nothing but teeth. There we go. Look at that. Tell me he didn't want to eat that for dinner. Topwater popper. Very respectable pike. Good job. I've seen some mice running around on the shoreline. So I'm willing to risk this little mouse on a pike. Think it's gonna work? Let's check it out and see. There we go. Now, pike on a mouse came right out of the water. I know that pike are gonna eat these flies, but what's very cool about this situation is that we know that we've got active fish coming out of this river system that are extremely voracious for anything on top. So when you find that situation, do yourself a favor and start experimenting. Throw a mouse on. Pike will eat literally almost anything. I've caught a pike that literally looked like it had swallowed a top hat. Its belly was like this, whoop, like this. You know what it was? A painted turtle. Pike are voracious feeders, and they will go after anything, including mice. So don't be afraid to experiment. Have some fun with it. So when you know that pike are actively feeding, throw something at them. Throw something at them that you may not have the most confidence in, like a mouse. Awesome fun. That's great. There are few things in adventure travel that are greater than jumping on a float plane and going to the headwaters of a pristine river in search for brook trout. We're about to do that right now. Oh, that was another hit. So all I'm doing is really basic. I'm just swinging this run, cast 45 down and across on a tight line. It's swinging across. And at the end, just giving it a little bit of action as I bring it in. Hit it again, add a couple inches. Yeah! Fish on, guys. Woo! All right, we just pulled into this first pool. I've got a beige muddler minnow on, and this brookie just hammered it. Now this great little Able doesn't have any drag on it, so you have to palm it yourself, which makes it that much more fun. It's mano versus fisho. Probably the third cast into the rapids, into this pool, and we're into one. So I got a 5-weight on with a floating line and a long fluorocarbon leader attached to this muddler minnow. And if this is any indication of the day we might have, we are in for it. And I bring them over this side into the slack water, see if I can get them upside the canoe. Strong fish. Okay, so I'm gonna hop out. So I've got such a long leader. I'm gonna hop out and I'm gonna bring this fish to hand. wild native brook trout. Look at that. Look at those fish. Just remarkable. Thanks, buddy. It's tucked in right by that rock. All set and ready to go. Oh, good fish. Right on top, too. Amazing. That's a good one. That's a big one. That is a big one. I was just thinking about switching up colors, too. I had 4 or 5 drifts through and had a couple of hits, and then nothing for a bit. I was thinking of throwing on an olive, but this beige and black seems to be gone. I got to get some line back on him because he's almost got me out. I actually saw this fish come up on top and take it. Playing the current. Bigger fish than the last one. You can see, if you see what I'm doing with my little finger, I'm actually, because this is a drag-free reel, I'm actually using my little finger as a backup drag if I want to give my hand a break from the palm. So I'm using my little finger as a drag mechanism. Apply a little bit of pressure to these big brookies. Like a lot of river fish, you fight these fish with a high rod, obviously keeping the line super tight all the way through the battle. Just aggressive as all get out. Get out of that rock. Oh, that's a good fish. That is a great fish. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this fish coming up in this slack water. Oh, it's giant. What a great brook trout. Come on, square tail. Man, the propeller that these things have on them is absolutely huge. A big square tail. Come on, come to me. Look at that. That is absolutely remarkable. Oh, I lost him. My leader broke. That was my biggest brook trout ever. Unbelievable. Oh well, there would be more. While landing that last brook trout, I noticed there was a hatch coming off and lots of surface activity downstream. When fishing productive pools, it's important to let them rest after a couple of fish. So I tie on an elk hair caddis and try my hand at a little dry fly fishing. What am I doing wrong? After a frustrating hour, well, frustrating and a lot of fun, we head back up to the first hole and are immediately rewarded. There we go. Now that was interesting. I've swung through this pool 3 or 4 times without a hit, and I actually put a little undulation on the fly, on the muddler, and boom, fish on. Change things up. Oh, it's another good one too. Big brookie. Just digging down right on the drop off of that pool. It goes from where we're standing to deep water. He's playing possum. There we go. So the rod I'm using here is the Orbis Recon. It's a great topwater rod with a weight forward floating line by Scientific Anglers, 6-pound leader material, and a variety of different muddler minnows and woolly buggers on the business end. The reel is a small dragless able, and as you can see, it's perfect for brook trout, painted as a brook trout. And it's a great setup. It's a lot of fun. It's, it's very hands-on. You get to feel the fish, setting your own drag with your hand, with either your little finger or your palm. And it's a great way to step back from, the advent of technology and feel the fish and actually let your senses fight the fish versus the technology of reels. If you haven't done it in a while, it's really, really fun. And who doesn't love mad brook trout? Oh, it's a giant. It's a pig. It might be bigger than the last one. The last one was a 5-pound fish. Oh, look at how red its belly is. Oh my goodness. This is when I wish I had a buddy here that could come and net this fish for me. But just gotta play it easy. Play it cool. That is what it's all about. What an incredible animal. Fly out, pops out, just like that. Graceful release, just amazing. Well, that's the float plane coming to get us to end this adventure on the new fly fisher. Remember, adventure is out there. All you need to do is go looking for it. And how great is it to do it with a fly rod in your hand? I want to take this opportunity to thank Wilderness North for their hospitality, the unbelievable pike, walleye, and brook trout fishing. So for all of us here at the New Fly Fisher, thanks for watching. Hopefully, we'll see you in the backcountry.
The new fly fisher has been made possible thanks to Ontario Sunset Country Tourism Association, GoFishingOntario.com, Orvis Sporting Traditions, Scientific Anglers, Umpqua Feather Merchants, Superfly, fly fishing made easy.